Okay, the last time I changed the bearing, so now I'm gonna change the alternator. I already took the basics. I took the, what do you call, the belts off. I took all these nuts behind here. I got this one loose. So my fang is a bit stuck, so I gotta use that tube puller. And that's it. I'm gonna get a new, well, a good alternator. This one here is yeah, this alternator is no good. Oh, I got the fan, that's no big deal. And now I have this one here. I hear a funny sound, so yeah, this is not as hard as it was, but I hear a sound here. So I guess I should put the other one. Right, because this one says stop. So it's okay now. So we just gotta take that fan alternator out and that's it, we're good. Because this guy says stop on me, but now it seems to be fine, but I think there is something wrong with the bearing on this one. Let me swap it because I got my original one, which is tested and updated, so that should be better on this one. And you know, to get the alternator is very easy, right? You take the compressor out, I put it here. Take this, what do you call this? Strap thing off, take off the fan, which is very easy. And now I just got these bolts on the back. There's 4 bolts here that are holding the alternator. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, pull it out and see how it goes. So on the back here, there are like 4 bolts to take this cover off. And then we have to unplug the cable. That's all we need to do. So it's a thing. The nut is a thing, that's all. Let's take the nut off. So there is one bolt that is a bit tough. Let's see, we will get it, but you know, the angle is not good. So I got the last bolt. So now we should be able to take the cover off easily. Let's see. So with some difficulty, I got it back. Okay, so we're ready to pull off the alternator now. So the next thing is unplug the connectors for the alternator, like this cable. Then you can pull this out and work this thing outside. So let me do that. So I got the alternator out. These are the 2 wires. And there is a 3rd wire. Okay, I think this is the ground. It goes here, right? You have to unplug the battery, of course. Okay, I got the cover off, but it seems to be stuck. And I think this sliding is supposed to be just a sliding. And now it's stuck, so I gotta push it out somehow. Let me see how can I push this thing out. The alternator is stuck. I'm gonna start, you know, throwing this PP blaster. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna put this heat, but this should do it. So I'm gonna put it here on the joint. And let it penetrate. This will help. All right. My little PV blaster. Supposed to be losing all this thing that's stuck. I look like a rock solid, but the PV blaster helped a lot. So now we gotta make sure we have the right order, so we put the old one on the right place. There's a side here. So this is the top. Having done the top, on the back, what do we see? No, this is the main voltage here, this is the exciter. And this one here is the ground. Right there. So this one, the main voltage, it kind of lines up with this thing here on the top, right? Which is the only one on the housing. All right, yes. So now let's just slide it out, right? So we pull it out from here. It's out. So finally out. Let's clean this a little bit. I don't want to crack this guy. Hard to find and not. So it is right, it's very light. Yeah man, very, very light. That's magnesium thingy, yeah? So if you look carefully here, this got a little notch here, and that's the one that goes to the bottom. Once with this thing, the marker here at the top. That's my marker, so my plus should be around here. So this is my shiny original alternator. I had it tested, everything was fine. The guy changed the brushes, so I'm gonna put the original one. I bought this guy like 3 years ago by mistake. There was nothing wrong with my alternator. My belt broke. And then I put the intention in right, so I didn't get voltage. I thought it was bad, but it wasn't. But this guy died exactly 3 years after I bought it. That's my housing. I cleaned it a little bit, so let's just line up the plus with that notch on the top. So we slide it in, and we make sure that the plus here, this big plus here, is almost lined up with this notch here. So this is the back piece. So we slide it in. See, once you're snapping, it clicks. And of course, then you put the nut, and the washer here. All right, I think this is almost done. I'm getting ready to put back the good alternator back. I'm gonna clean this. This thing is full of stuff, before I put back the alternator. It's a bit dirty here, see? Let's clean this mess. I have my alternator ready to go, and I cleaned it up a little bit. Better than before. I ran out of this brake cleaner thing, but that'll be better. So let's do it. So first thing, we gotta secure this guy on the back of the alternator. The torque is supposed to be 24, so I got my little thingy here ready for it. So let's torque this little bolt on the back, and then just put it on. Torque it to 24. This is just holding this fan looking thing. All right. So now we got this cover, let's just put it on. The next thing is you gotta plug the wires into the alternator. This is the plus big one, the excited thing, and on the side here is some sort of a ground. This one right here, right here. So the tough one is this little one. I think it's the ground, but that has to go first. Otherwise, there's no angle, because this thing on the back doesn't give enough space to put it on. So let's go that way. Put the little one first, then we spin it. So this little bolt was a pain in the butt. I think I got it to start it. I had to twist the thing around. See the guy here? I'll give it a couple of twists so it doesn't fall off. Okay. So then we just spin this housing so we can get the cable lined up on the other side. I mean the connector lined up on the other side. So a little bit more difficulty. I got these two bad boys in, so just let's put on the nut and then we're good to go. But I got the first nut. And last but not least, you got a little nut there. So finally got the 3 little bolts tight. I think it's supposed to be 10, but I had no way to stick my torque meter, so I just make sure it's around 10, which is like hand tight and just that. So let's put it back and get done with this thing. Get this guy torqued. I think it's 10. 10, okay, that's fine. Okay, got all the bolts torqued at 10. Well, so that should hold in the alternator pretty cool. So let's sit it on. Let's put it on the fan, and then we're ready to go. So then we need a spacer. This is the original one. So let's put it on. Let's put it on. Okay, the spacer seems to have an order. You see, there is a little rounding thingy. So this is going to the alternator, and this goes to the fan bearing on the back. Just make sure we get it right. So the fan is in, not touching. Not touching. Smoothly spins. So let's just get it right. Be done with this guy. So we made sure there's a space there. It's gotta be, it's tight, but there's gotta be a space in there. Make sure we put this housing to its right spot. Push it in on the bottom all the way. I'm gonna secure it with the strap. Long time ago, but you know, now it's the time to do it. So far so good. Let's see how it goes. Okay, on the older pulley you had this thing before that, but it's not clear from that bulletin if this will go or not. It looks like it won't. So I'll try it without first and see how it goes. So it looks like it was without a spacer. Just got to center this. I got to have it off a little bit, but seems like it's without a spacer on both sides. That's my new upgraded pulley thingy. So that sounds great, right? No faking, no nothing. Well, let's show that is the